Good morning. Hello. Tuning in for episode 8 of Empowered Hour. You guys will notice that I'm in a different setup. I am taking care of some pet sitting clients on behalf of my good friend who owns a pet sitting business. So if you're in the Houston area, I do that on the side as well. And the lady who manages it is wonderful. So just a little shout out to her. We're showing up for Empowered Hour episode 8. My apologies for tuning in a little bit late, but I had to get all this set up and there was putts to take care of and all the things. So thanks for your patience with me. Thank you so much. Can you guys just give me, hi love. Can you hear me? Can you give me like a thumbs up or a yes? I just have a different setup today, so I want to make sure everything's good. Okay, perfect. Thank you, love. All right, so episode 8, bringing in the new. I am excited, guys. It has been a really interesting week, right? I'll share some of my personal experience and feel free to jump in and share what's been coming up for you. So Creator told me at the beginning of this week, because there's a lot of astrology happening, there is yesterday we had a full moon. I'm gonna have to consciously say this, a full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, which is huge astrological shifts, a lot in the collective. We also have like 3 planets going retrograde right now, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. I know when we think of like Mercury retrograde, we hear a lot of people, it's kind of a buzzword right now, and we hear like, oh, stuff's gonna go awry, but we actually can really perceive it in a different way if that resonates with you. So it's a chance to review things and to realign with what is in your highest and best good. If some things aren't serving us, then we can kind of release those and maybe move in a different direction. And isn't that the theme of kind of these last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, has been to really pivot, right? To find new sources of income, to find our tribe, to evolve and grow and really delve into that and lean into that. So super, super beautiful energy. I know this week I have needed a lot of grounding. This is kind of funny, but I've been doing like 3 Kundalini yoga practices a day. Kundalini yoga is my particular modality that I love. Yours might be yoga. Yours might be walking in nature. Yours might be journaling. Yours might be breath work. There's a lot of modalities that'll get us back into the body and kind of center us. And we can remain really balanced in that energy. So that's what Creator has kind of had for me this week, and kind of transitioning out of the old and into the new. I've been doing lots of Kundalini yoga, and guys, stuff has come up for me still. Like last night we did a pose in this 1.5 hour long video I did for the eclipse, and it was, I just started bawling in the middle of it because a lot of childhood stuff came up for release. So again, come back to the body, come back to embodiment, and really honor your body at this time, guys. That's what Creator and the angelic forces are asking of us, is to stay centered. However that looks like for you. Maybe that's just reading a book and drinking a glass of tea, or talking to your child, or playing with them, or swinging with them, right? I just got a comment. Hold on just a sec. I can't see the rest of it. Let me see more. Boop. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So someone just shared, one of my amazing people on this channel. I love her dearly. And she said that she had an experience where it kind of felt bad at the beginning, but then it turned out to be good. And that's a great point. Thank you for sharing. I feel like right now we can kind of be in a space where stuff seems like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming or hard or chaotic, right? And then we get out on the other side of it and it's good, right? It's releasing someone that no longer serves, releasing an experience that no longer serves. It's something that enables us to grow, right? And as we evolve and grow, guys, we have these moments of evolution where hindsight is 20/20, right? So we have these moments where they might feel, excuse my language, really shitty in the interim. And then when we get on the other side, we're like, oh my gosh, like that relationship was totally toxic. That didn't serve me. Thanks, Creator. Like sometimes when we're in it, guys, right? And we're resistant to the change or stubborn to the change, it's hard to move into that new spot of like growth, of goodness. And we can't see that until we're at the point where we see the silver lining. So that's great stuff. Creator's going to have some downloads for us on that in just a moment. So I want you guys to tune in real quick. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. And I want your intention to be focusing on being in the body, right? So as we breathe in, we're going to feel our bottoms on the chair that we're sitting in, or on the floor, or on the seat that we're sitting in. We're going to feel our feet on the ground. We're going to feel ourselves really being held by Mother Earth, by Creator, being supported. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to feel where your glutes, where your booty touches the chair. I want you to feel how supported you are in life. I want you to drop into your heart. I want you to tell your mind, say, I love you, and I release any thoughts with grace and ease. I want you to tune into that heart energy. Tune into that energy of love. I want you to see yourself in a beautiful bubble of white light, of heart energy. And I want you to remind yourself that you are safe. You are supported because you are a child of Source, a child of God, a child of the universe. I want you to put one hand over your heart. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nostrils to the count of 4, and I'll count for you. We're going to hold at the top for 4, and then we're going to exhale through the nose for 4. All right, ready? Inhale through the nostrils for 4. Hold at the top for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out the nostrils for 4. Let's try that again, but this time let's breathe out of the mouth. I just think that we need to take a big, deep exhalation to let some stuff out. So inhale through the nostrils for 4. Hold at the top for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, and deep exhalation for 4 out the mouth. One more time, guys. In through the nostrils for 4. Hold at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1, and big breath out the mouth for 4. All right, beautiful. I love that part. It really centers me too, brings me back into the body. And guys, wherever we are, like let's say we're having a rough day, right? Or even a good day, and we're sitting in our car, you can do that breath practice anywhere, right? It's funny, thank you, love, for the love. I'm in a coaching group for, it's called Mindful Money Membership. My friend Jace is doing it, and it's been super profound. We've only done one class so far, but she's a breathwork facilitator, and I'm a huge breathwork fan. And we went and did a little session in our group for like 5 or 6 minutes. And it's so funny, guys, the things that the mind will tell you. Like, usually when I've done breathwork, it's been an hour sessions, and Creator was like, my love, you can do breathwork for 5 minutes at any time. Even if you're in your car, put on a beautiful soundtrack or a beautiful song on Spotify and just breathe, right? Really deep into your belly and then out the mouth. Deep into your belly through the nose, inhale, and out the mouth. So just a reminder, guys, like these modalities don't have like a perfect structure. They're just whenever you need them. I love that. It really brings you back to your body. And sometimes when we're in the mind and we're dealing with something that's maybe a hardship, our mind can kind of run away with this like worst case scenario, right? So if we drop back into the breath, drop back into the body, we really receive this peace, this solace. And this week, that's what Creator wanted for me, right? was to be balanced and to be guided and to be at peace and in harmony, right? Even amongst the stuff that was happening in our external, right? With the eclipse and the full moon and a lot of things energetically changing and shifting, Creator gave me that gift of really focusing on the inward self, getting back to the body, right? When my mind might have been like, oh, I need to check on this person or do this thing or do this. No, come back to the body and really be in that embodiment and that harmony. So thanks for letting me share. Thank you for sharing your experience. Let's get started. So Creator's tapping me on the shoulder. So if you guys are just tuning in for the very first time, I am a theta healing practitioner. So basically we are what we believe, guys. That's what shows up in our reality. So if I have a belief that I am unworthy of money, that's literally what's going to show up. If I have a belief that I am unworthy of anything, that's what's going to show up in my life, guys. And Creator's been showing me these past couple months that you really are, what you believe is what you create in your reality, right? So if I go out and I'm in a fearful state, which I was raised that way and I used to be that way, and I needed control, I had very fearful experiences because that's what I believed. And I think Creator gave me that opportunity in life in my childhood to show me my love. Like, you're going to experience a whole gamut of things so that you can talk to people and talk with people through their experiences, but then you can show them the other side as well. You can show them a life free from limiting beliefs, free from their mind, right? And really dropping into their faith and their trust so that they can create and manifest this life that they love and be empowered and sovereign and love life, right? So I love that. So what you think or what you believe is what manifests in your life. So with theta, it's a form of prayer or meditation. I drop into that experience into a form of prayer or meditation, and I ask Creator, with your permission, what is in your highest and best good to shift, or in this case, what is in all of our highest and best good to shift. And Creator gives me those downloads and healings. I share them with you, and then by you saying yes out loud and in the comments, you receive those healings and downloads. So it's a really super free will based, permission based modality, which I love because I can't tap into your energy or channel for you or shift anything unless you say yes, which I think is beautiful and sovereign and freeing and empowering. And also, it's instantaneous, guys. So we're shifting all of this stuff at a cellular level instantly, right? I don't have to bring up that same trauma. I don't have to be stuck in my shit, excuse my language. I'm very frank and forward and I cuss a lot. So if that doesn't resonate with you, that's just who I am. I love you, and maybe we can do some forgiveness work around that, but that's just who I am. So yeah, so that is a little bit about theta. So if you're joining me for the first time, we need 3 basic beliefs that we need to shift before you can receive these healings and downloads. They are: I want an instant healing, I deserve an instant healing, and an instant healing is possible. So if you would like those 3 beliefs, basic beliefs, and you would like them shifted to a yes for you to receive these downloads and healings, just say yes out loud and in the comments below. Thank you, beautiful being. Beautiful. All right, let's get started, y'all. All right, let's see what Creator has in store for us today. All right. All right, so the first thing Creator wants to do for us is to change what obligates us to be stuck, to be stagnant, to be in the status quo, to be consciously or subconsciously resistant to the new, to be held in any old paradigms, beliefs, identities or attachments to the old, to be clinging to the old, to be stuck in the old, whether that's an old perception of self or old beliefs, old attachments to what no longer serves. Creator is going to take us off of any old timelines, and that's on an individual basis. Creator will do that for each of us, however that serves our highest and best good. So it's beautiful, just side note, that Theta is really kind of customized, right? So Creator does different things for me that Creator is going to do for you, right? So that's super beautiful. It's like it's individualized, which I love. But there's also a lot of stuff that is relevant to all of us. So it's just so beautiful. I love this modality. So Creator's going to take us off an existing old timeline and realign us with each of our individual new timelines that are going to enable us to bring in whatever is in our highest and best good at this time. So we're going to shift us off of an old timeline onto the new timeline of the new, so that we can receive new opportunities, new people, places, things, experiences in our reality. I don't know about you guys, but I want that. Heck yeah. So if you'd like that, just say yes out loud to receive these downloads and healings, and then yes in the comments below. Thank you, beauties. I love you. Creator wants to change what obligates our perception of the new to be like limited or constricted. You know how they say that, and I know this is kind of stereotypical, so I don't believe this, but it's a saying that we have in our society, that like men can compartmentalize things. Well, that's what Creator is showing me, right? Like where we box in our experience. But when we do that, guys, we can't receive the expansiveness of the universe. So Creator's saying we want to change what obligates us to box in our experience, to restrict our experience, to play small in our experience, because it's preventing us from experiencing the limitlessness that Creator and the universe can offer us, right? For instance, like what I was just talking about with the breath work, guys, Creator's like moving this in again, or showing me this, right? My first experience with breath work, or my previous experience, was that it had to be an hour, and it had to be in a group, and it had to be this way and this way and this way, because that's the only thing I'd ever experienced. But then when Jace and my group the other day did a 5-minute breath work where I was sitting up, where it was short and it brought me into my body, my experience of previous breath work was blown out of the water, right? In the most beautiful way. It gave me this new perception of life, like, oh, I can sit in my car and breathe for 5 minutes and get back into my body, right? So what Creator is showing me is that we have those options, those opportunities of expansion at any moment, right? We just have to be free from the belief that that doesn't exist. So cancel clear on that, because it does exist. And Creator is going to align each of us with, we're going to change what prevents us from aligning with the expansiveness of our experience. We're going to change what prevents us from having a bigger, a more expansive life experience. Bringing in and aligning with, just the limitlessness of the universe, the limitlessness of source. Creator wants to bring in the belief it is my birthright as a child of God in the universe, to experience life in a limitless and expansive way. Wow, y'all, what a heck of an affirmation. I want that. So if you guys would like this beautiful work, to have this limitless experience, just say yes out loud, and then in the comments below. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Source. I want to change. I have to tell you, Natalie, I love the emojis that you put in your, when you say yes for you in faith. I have to say that. I just love that, and they make me so happy. It's like very like childlike energy for me, and so it helps me like connect into my inner child and be playful. So thank you, my love. You're amazing. All right. All right, so Creator's gonna download us. There's this goddess, and her name is Kuan Yin. I believe she comes from an Oriental tradition, but that doesn't matter. Her name is Kuan Yin, and I have a tarot card with her on there, and she's depicted in this beautiful radiant light, kind of like Mother Mary, right? In the Christian tradition, and she's just this ever-loving, ever-being, beautiful, really nurturing, nourishing, really divine mother energy. And so Creator's going to download us our physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, and ethereal bodies, and our 10 bodies as well, with the essence of Kuan Yin. So we can really be self-loving at this time, really be self-nurturing at this time, and be the mother, guys, for ourselves that we need, right? Sometimes unfortunately, sometimes in this experience, in our humanness, in this 3D reality, right? We incarnated with moms who had the best of intentions, and they're beautiful. And we have to don't have to, but it would behoove us to be in a place of acceptance eventually with our moms once we've done our work. And I say that to myself, guys, because I'm still working stuff out with my mom on that. But sometimes we don't receive what we need as children from our mothers because they have a path too, right? And sometimes they didn't have modalities like theta, like yoga, like healing that they knew of to be the mom that we needed, right? And so Creator's gonna show us through that Kuan Yin energy how to be mothered divinely. Kuan Yin's gonna give us this beautiful, unconditional perception of love, of light, of divinity. And while we're at it, guys, while we're talking about kind of the mother wound, right? Let's change what prevents us from forgiving ourselves for the mothering that we didn't receive, forgiving Source for the mothering that we may not have received, and forgiving our moms or any mother-like entity or energy or whatever experience we had of a mother, right? It might have been an adopted mother. It might have been our grandmother that was our mother figure, or any other maternal figure that we had in this life or a past life. We're gonna do a huge forgiveness protocol for that. And then we're gonna change what prevents us from healing that mother wound or any other mother wounding that we might have had in a past life, this life, or any other parallel timeline. So if you guys would like that beautiful Kuan Yin download as well as the mother work, I know I would, please say yes out loud and in the comments below. And guys, for the people who are saying yes for them and their children, this is gonna be mutually reciprocal for you and your children. So, so beautiful, Creator, thank you. Just say yes. Beautiful. I love that. So next, what Creator showed me was like a fountain energy, which was super beautiful. So Creator is saying that we're gonna realign with the fountain of our youth, right? No matter what our age is, it's just gonna be like this fountain of youth and this divinity. It's gonna bring in this childlike essence and this nature, which is super beautiful, and I love that. So Creator is saying that we're gonna change what prevents us from being aligned with the fountain of youth. And it's funny, guys, as I'm saying this, the sun is like shining super brightly and I can see it out the corner of my left eye. And it's funny because one of the ladies, the beautiful woman who's watching this, put a little sunshine in her comment. So Creator's just such a beautiful confirmation of this work. So we're gonna bring in that fountain of youth, that essence, that love and light that Creator has to offer us. We're We're gonna change any beliefs, any thoughts, any feelings of unworthiness of that, right? Being in alignment of the fountain of youth, being in alignment with source, being in alignment with whoever your higher power is, being in alignment with that divinity within, right? Knowing that you are a child of the creator, and just really bringing that into your central nervous system, into your all of your chakras, and really bringing in that love and that light essence into every single cell of our being, guys. And when we do this, Creator's saying that light protocol into every single cell of our being, like 37 trillion cells in our body, which is gorgeous. It's gonna remove the old, any limiting beliefs, any maybe darkness from trauma, because we all have shadows and light within us, right? And we all go through things in our life that are traumatic. So Creator's gonna remove that old, sticky, stagnant kind of dark energy in our cells and really permeate that light, that God essence, that creator essence, that universe essence, that Mama Earth essence, right? We're gonna be really grounded and lit up and just really, Creator's telling me this is gonna be so rejuvenating, and it's really gonna bring like that light essence back into our bodies, mind, and souls. So if you guys would like that, just say yes out loud, and then yes in the comments below to receive these downloads and healings. Thank you, guys. All right, beautiful. So I just received a little message, guys, because I'm receiving lots of messages lately for a specific person that's tuning in. I heard some birds chirping, and I heard that your grandmother loves you very much. And someone's grandmother comes forward in a really beautiful and nurturing way. And there's like literally a birdie sitting on the windowsill right to my left. So whoever that's for, your grandmother loves you very much. And she's constantly watching over you and protecting you and deeply loves you. So that's just a beautiful message I want to share. It actually kind of brings me to tears because of the love that's coming through with that download. So I love you, whoever that's for. Please just sit in that and close your eyes and really feel that in your heart. Beautiful. Hey, Dasa, I'm so glad you're joining. You're so welcome. Love you. All right, guys, let's see what Creator has for us next. We're gonna do a healing on our solar plexus chakra, and it basically sits kind of right above our belly button, right below our line of our chest. Hi, beautiful. And it sits right above kind of our reproductive organs. So kind of in this, I don't know if you guys can see, sorry about my little short shirt, but that's where the solar plexus sits. And the solar plexus is associated with the color yellow. It's also our power center, guys. It's where we hold our inner power, our will, our motivation, right? So Creator's gonna do a healing on that. Creator's gonna do a healing on that solar plexus chakra, repairing, healing, optimizing, and aligning all of our chakra centers. There's 8. There's actually about 23, but the rest of them sit above our heads. So Creator's going to heal, optimize, align, and synchronize that chakra with all of our other chakras. And then we're also going to do a healing for the gut brain, the gut where your solar plexus sits as well. The gut is made up of this really small kind of lining that goes around your gut. And it can be penetrated very easy if we're eating foods that inflame it, or if we're taking medications, right? So Creator's gonna do a healing on the gut lining, the gut wall as well, so that area is really strong and impenetrable. And we're gonna change what obligates that gut lining to be inflamed. We're gonna do a healing of the complete gut lining of the gut, of the intestines, the small and large intestines, of the excretory processes, guys, which is where you go to the bathroom, of the colon, of the ileocecal valve, of the stomach, of the gallbladder, of the bladder, of the spleen, of the pancreas, and of the heart and the cardiovascular system, as well as the lymphatic system. So Creator's gonna run a really beautiful, bright white protocol of light into all of those organs and all of those systems to just clear them out, guys. So what's happening, Creator's showing me, is that we not only emotionally, mentally, spiritually, ethereally, and physically detox our systems, right? So when we use the bathroom, when we go number 1 or number 2, sorry to be forward, guys, but Creator's telling me to share this, we are actually physically excreting old trauma, old beliefs, where all of our stuff, not only food is passing through our system, but old emotions, old stuck energy and beliefs is coming through. So if you notice, if you've done theta before, if you've done a personal session with me or another healer or any type of kind of trauma release work, you'll notice you have to go to the bathroom a lot, right? Because Creator is physically excreting all of these emotions, all of this stuck energy, old beliefs, and everything out of your system. And so we're doing a healing on those so that we can release the old, right? So that we can lovingly and easily and efficiently release the old and we can move into the newness, right? So all of the trauma and emotions and chaos or any energy that's held within, or physically, if it's showing up as calcified energy or anything of the sort, it's released through the body, through that excretory process. So, okay, so someone is saying my stomach has been having a lot of acid, my gallbladder was removed. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, let's see what Creator has for that. Yeah, so we're just gonna do a healing with, Creator's saying with the essence of the new gallbladder. So what you're saying is correct, love. Creator's gonna bring in kind of the essence, the energy of a spiritual gallbladder. Exactly. Just a confirmation that you already know, my love. We always know, our intuition and our knowing always knows what is right for us at a very deep level. So beautiful. So Creator's going to bring in a healing to each of our gallbladders. If we don't have a gallbladder, Creator's going to bring a spiritual healing to the essence of that organ. And that goes for any of the things that we've might have had removed that I mentioned earlier in that channel from Source. If we've had any of our spleen, pancreas, kidneys, any of those things removed, Creator's going to download the essence of that organ into our beingness. And let's change, if we have a organ that's missing, let's change, or has been removed, let's change what prevents our body from working with the essence of that spiritual organ, right? So that our body can function without the organ that was removed. And let's forgive ourselves, Creator, the doctor who may have removed that, and anybody else, any other sentient beings that we've had misunderstandings around those organ removal with in a past life or this life, because it's what's in our highest and best good right at the time. But we just need to do some forgiveness work around that whole experience. So if you guys would like those physical body healings, if they apply to you, and then anything else that came up that may apply to you, just say yes out loud and in the comments below. Thank you. Beautiful. Wow, guys. There was a lot going on. Creator shows me a lot of visualizations when the healings are taking place, because I asked Creator to show me. So if you're a theta healer, I'm supposed to be passing that on to you. You can ask for the healings to be shown to you, right? Just close your eyes and you can visualize them, and Creator will show, like, from fully being present in those gifts, Creator's saying, from allowing yourself to see the miracles and magic of theta healing from creator at work, or whatever your modality is. Maybe it's ancestral work, right? And you can tap into those visions and see past lives, or tap into your clear audience. Maybe you hear stuff and sources telling you stuff. So we want to change what prevents you from fully and presently tapping into those beautiful divine gifts and really experiencing them 100%. With you and source in whatever way that is coming up from you. And I want to change what obligates us to compare our gifts, our magic, the way that our gifts come through, right? Maybe Dasa's gifts come in very different than my gifts, and that's okay. Maybe Natalie's gifts come in very different than my gifts, and that's beautiful. Guys, Creator creates us in the most beautiful and perfectly made ways. And everybody's gifts work together to bring all this beautiful magic to the collective. So, and let's forgive ourselves, Creator, and anybody else who we've had the misunderstanding with around needing to compare our gifts. Around, oh, well, mine is different than this person. And trust me, guys, I have some really beautiful mentors. Their names are Brenda, Skyen, and Helica, and I've had the pleasure of doing a lot of work with them. Trust me, guys, before I did my work, I used to compare myself all the time. I was terrified at doing work with these ladies because they're so high level. And after I did my work, I realized that everybody's just bringing different versions of their gifts to the collective, right? And I have such an acceptance and a love and kind of an equality around them and around that experience. So I still have a lot of reverence for those ladies and who they are in my life, because they're beautiful spiritual mentors and guides and friends of mine and deep soul friendships and sisterships. But I also have, I'm free from the experience of needing to compare myself to those people any longer, right? Because we all show up in different and beautiful and divinely guided ways. So if you guys would like all that beautiful work, just say yes out loud and then yes in the comments below. Wow, Creator, thank you. So beautiful. And then let's, okay, I lost that. That's okay. Sometimes, guys, Creator shows me something like in a visualization and then I kind of just lose it, but it'll come back when the time is right. So source is just perfect. Awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, so Creator wants me to just check in with everybody real quick. We're not done yet, but I just want to check in, see how everybody's feeling. Maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, take a drink of water. Whew. I've been chugging water, guys. I had a coffee this morning too, but my body is needing water, especially with the lymphatic and the organ work that we've done today. Lots of water, guys. Lots of water throughout this day. How we feeling? I know when I channel, I get really hot a lot of times because a lot of energy is coming through. So I'm like, whew, I'm glad I wore deodorant this morning and took a shower, y'all. I know that's kind of TMI, but I'm just very authentic with you guys and I love you guys. And I hope that me showing up in my authenticity allows you to show up in that way too. Natalie says, feeling fabulous. Ooh, queen. Yes. I see you and I feel your savviness and your sassiness. Like it feels very divine feminine and like very in your power. I love that. Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's see what Creator has for us. And guys, don't forget to share if there's something that comes up for you and you want to take a look into it, or you're feeling called to share something. The people that are on this call right now are very intuitive and very connected to source. So please share with me what you guys have, what you're connecting into, what Creator's telling you, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Please always feel free to share with me. I love to hear you, and you are seen and you are heard, and your input and intuition is greatly valued. So thank you. All right, so we're gonna do, Creator's calling it an expansion protocol, right? So sometimes because of the way we were raised in childhood, because of childhood programming, because of the collective belief, I notice this a lot in my women clients, but I don't want to generalize or stereotype anybody because this does come up in males as well, that we fit ourselves into these boxes, right? Or these constricted forms of self that society has given us, that we might have stories around, that our parents told us, like, okay, be a good girl and like just sit in the corner and play with your toy, right, while I'm doing this. And we'll do some forgiveness work around that. But Creator's going to do an expansion protocol. And it's funny, what Creator's showing me is Creator's going to kind of like pull our energetic selves to fit our physical body. I know that sounds a little weird, but Creator's saying sometimes that we need to kind of realign our energetic and our emotional and spiritual and mental and ethereal selves into our physical body. So Creator's just going to expand us. It's going to be a very pain-free and a very loving and a very tension-free process. In fact, you won't even know it's happening because Source is so amazing like that. And Creator's just going to expand us, right? Expand our, Natalie says, I hate boxes. I would rather wings. That's beautiful. So yeah, Creator's going to, now that you say that, Natalie, Creator's going to kind of expand us back into our divine self, back into our angelicness, back into the expansiveness and the brightness that we kind of incarnated as a child in this life or in another life, right? We're going to change what prevents us from being back in our angelic state, our divine state, our pure state, back into this divine oneness, into this divine beingness, into this big expansiveness, right? Guys, when you see an angel, and it's funny because my Zoom picture of me is me standing in front of these angel wings, and they're huge. I went to this place in Toronto, in Toronto, Canada, when I traveled there, and took a picture in front of it, and it's huge. And that's what Creator's showing me for each of us, is this like, you are a child of Source. You have these huge wings that you can't even conceptualize in your human mind, right? So Creator's bringing us back into that state of our angelic state, into our beingness. And we're going to change what obligates any type of mental or egoic resistance, subconscious or conscious resistance, any hardships, any challenges around expanding into that divinity, right? Because Creator's showing me this is our birthright. This is who we incarnated as. And because of some of the conditioning and the lessons and opportunities for growth that we've had in our life, it's made us kind of constrict ourselves, right? And guys, it's just the human experience, right? It's just part of our soul growth and evolution. So we're also going to, in addition to the expansion protocol and all that work, we're going to forgive ourselves, Creator, and anyone else who knowingly or unknowingly, because a lot of times it's unconscious, guys, when people do that, we have the misunderstanding of needing to constrict ourselves or like fit into a smaller box or contract our beingness, right? Or change who we are at a soul level, at a physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or ethereal or auric level in any stretch of the imagination, mind, body, or soul. So we're going to forgive all of those experiences in a past life or this life with ourself, Creator, and any other sentient beings, guys. So if you would love those beautiful expansion protocol and those downloads and healings, just say yes out loud and in the comments below, y'all. Thank you. Wow. So beautiful, Creator. Thank you. Beautiful. All right, so Creator is also going to close up any wormholes, any portals, any old timelines that are anchoring us in a past life, or in this reality, they're on a different plane, because I know this is a little far-fetched, but you've heard me say it before. There's other quantum fields that exist in parallel timelines in this universe. I know that's a lot for the mind to wrap around, and you don't have to because our beingness knows it's true. But I want to close up any other parallel timelines, past timelines, current timelines, portals, vortices, wormholes, anything that needs to be closed up that is associated with the old versions of ourselves, old attachments, old karmic ties, old soul bonds, cords, tethers, any type of trauma package that is associated with the old that now needs to be closed up, completed, released, and we are absolved from that karma, from the trauma, from the chaos, from anything that no longer serves. Guys, this is a huge healing, Creator is telling me, so be very kind and gentle with yourself today. We also want to change what obligates us to resist, to be in suffering, to be in any pain through change or any type of resistance or stubborn or clinging onto of the old. Creator's going to remove all of that so that we can release and send everything that no longer serves us to divine light and love with ease, with grace, with flow, with divinity, with a new freshness of life, with a new beingness, with grace, with tenderness, and 77 other positive virtues that Creator deems appropriate for our highest and best good, to do all of this in the most beautiful and divine and loving way. Oh, Creator, oh my gosh, my heart is so full right now, y'all, with these beautiful healings. So if you guys would like that, just say yes out loud and in the comments below. Thank you. All right, beautiful. And then lastly, Creator is going to align us with our divine timing for whatever is in our highest and best good at this time. So if you guys would like that, just say yes out loud and below in the comments. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this call. I am so grateful to you guys, to Creator, for this beautiful work. Thank you for showing up, for continuing to show up, for healing yourself, for it rippling out into the collective, and for just your divinity, for being you and for being empowered. Each time we heal ourselves, guys, we free ourselves from limitations and blocks and old beliefs that enable us to expand and move forward and live life in the most beautiful way. You're so welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Until next week, same time, same place, Empowered Hour at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I love you. I send you much peace, much prosperity, and so much love and light, guys. I love you. Bye.